Hey everyone! Welcome back to Top Gossip Today, where we bring you the hottest takes, the sharpest breakdowns, and all the anime drama you can handle. If you're a fan of manhwa turned anime, you've probably noticed the growing chatter online comparing the beginning after the end to Solo Leveling. And let's be honest, things are getting spicy. One is being called a modern masterpiece, while the other? Well, fans are starting to call it the frame after the end. Let's dive deep into why fans just can't stop comparing these two shows and what it really says about the anime industry right now. So here's the deal: when the beginning after the end dropped, expectations were sky high. This series had a loyal following from its manhwa and novel roots, and readers were pumped to finally see Arthur Lewin's story come to life. But just a few episodes in, the mood shifted fast. Fans weren't talking about how epic the world building was or how promising the characters seemed. They were talking about one thing: the animation, and not in a good way. From the jump, viewers noticed that the animation felt off. Not just low budget, but often unintentionally awkward. Characters moved like they were caught between frames, fight scenes felt static, and overall, it lacked the dynamic energy that fans expect from a fantasy action series. And once these early episodes aired, the comparisons began. Enter Solo Leveling, the reigning champion of manhwa adaptations. It recently wrapped up its second season with a jaw-dropping showdown between Sung Jin-woo and Ant King Baru, and to say the animation was next level would be an understatement. Every punch, every camera angle, every glowing mana blast had weight. It felt cinematic. It felt alive. Naturally, fans started putting the two shows side by side, and TBATE didn't stand a chance. One Reddit user summed it up perfectly, saying, "I don't have words." That quote was shared under a direct fight scene comparison between the two shows, and honestly, it captured what so many fans were feeling. It wasn't even a close race. TBATE, which should have been a worthy successor to Solo Leveling, felt more like a rough sketch next to a masterpiece painting, and that's where the memes kicked in. Fans started calling it solo framing and the frame after the end to mock the jarring lack of movement in TBATE's action scenes. One Redditor even joked, "Solo Leveling literally has 30 frames for every one frame in TBATE." And the reply? More like 100. Yikes, but let's be fair here. The beginning after the end does have some strong storytelling elements. Arthur's reincarnation arc is compelling. The idea of a fallen king starting life over in a magical world has emotional weight. And the dynamic with Sylvia, especially the grandmother moment, was genuinely touching. The heart is there. But when the visuals don't match the emotional tone, fans check out fast. It's not just about story anymore. In 2025, anime watchers expect a total experience. Adding fuel to the fire is the fact that TBATE and Solo Leveling are being aired practically back to back. There's no time for nostalgia to cloud judgment. People are watching them in real time, making comparisons fresh and sharp. And TBATE isn't the first to fall victim to this. Other manhwa adaptations like Tower of God Season 2 and A Returner's Magic Should Be Special also got heat for their animation. It's a trend, and fans are fed up. What's really happening here is that fans are frustrated. They've waited years for their favorite stories to be animated, only to feel like the adaptation didn't live up to the legacy of the source material. When Solo Leveling succeeded, it raised the bar. It proved that with the right team, budget, and vision, a manhwa anime can be incredible. Now every new adaptation is held to that same standard, and TBATE just wasn't ready for that kind of spotlight. But let's talk nuance for a second. Not everyone thinks TBATE is a lost cause. One Reddit user, I'm Mark Jr., gave a more balanced take: the animation may not be top tier, but everything else is great. One aspect shouldn't be enough to ruin a show for someone who really loves the source material. And that's a fair point. Not every anime needs to be a visual masterpiece to be worth watching. But in today's competitive anime landscape, visuals matter a lot. TBATE isn't doomed yet. It still has time to find its footing. The first season is set to run 24 episodes, just one shy of Solo Leveling's 25 across 2 seasons. That means it's got room to grow, and maybe, just maybe, it can turn things around. But for now, the court of public opinion is not impressed. And the longer it stays in Solo Leveling's shadow, the harder it will be to climb out. At the end of the day, this whole comparison saga says more about the state of anime than it does about any one show. Fans are more informed than ever. They're not just watching anime, they're breaking it down frame by frame. They know when something feels rushed. They can tell when the budget's thin. And they're not afraid to call it out. That's a good thing. It means the industry is being held to a higher standard. And if that pushes future adaptations to do better? Everyone wins. So, where do you stand in the TBATE vs Solo Leveling showdown? Is the criticism fair, or is the fandom being a little too harsh? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, because this conversation is far from over. If you enjoyed today's breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more anime tea, and ring that bell so you never miss a story. Thanks for tuning in to Top Gossip today. We'll be back with more anime insights, drama deep dives, and entertainment stories that keep you in the loop. Until next time, keep watching, keep questioning, and stay on top of the gossip.